In a quiet village where the winds whispered secrets through the towering baobab trees and the rivers carried the songs of generations, there lived a woman named Amina. She was known for many things: her kindness, her wisdom, and most of all, her voice. Every night, beneath the warm glow of an oil lamp, Amina would rock her baby boy Zain to sleep. And as she did, she sang a song so beautiful, so haunting, that even the stars seemed to pause and listen. But this was no ordinary lullaby, no. This song carried within it a love story, a sorrow, and a promise unfulfilled. Amina never spoke of where the song came from, nor why her voice trembled when she sang it. To young Zain, it was simply a melody, a familiar warmth in the coolness of the night. But buried deep within its notes was a history he had yet to uncover. Years passed, and the little boy grew into a young man. Zain had a voice that could tame the fiercest storms and stir the hearts of all who heard him. His songs carried the echoes of old tales, woven with the rhythm of his homeland. But there was one song he did not remember, one melody that had remained hidden in the depths of his soul until fate decided it was time. One evening, as Zain rehearsed in a small recording studio, something strange happened. A tune slipped from his lips, effortless, familiar, and yet unknown. His fingers stilled on the strings of his guitar. His breath caught in his throat. Where had this song come from? That night, as he returned home, he heard it again, not from his own voice this time, but from his mother's. Amina sat on her woven mat, bathed in the dim flicker of an oil lamp, and as she had done for years, she sang the lullaby, softly, as if afraid the night itself would steal it away. But this time, she was not alone. Zain stopped in the doorway, his heart pounding. The melody, it was the same one that had escaped his lips earlier, the same one he could not remember, yet somehow had always known. Mama, that song, why does it feel like I've known it all my life? Amina's voice wavered. Her eyes glistened in the firelight. It's nothing, my son, just an old song. But the look in her eyes told another story, a story she was not ready to tell. Under the vast African sky, thousands of souls swayed to the rhythm of the drums. The air was thick with music, the scent of burning incense, and the warmth of flickering torches. It was the night of Zayn's greatest performance, the night his voice would travel beyond mere sound and awaken something lost in time. As Zayn takes the microphone, he closes his eyes as if listening to a distant whisper. Then, without thinking, he began to sing. The melody, once buried deep within him, now flowed effortlessly. Each note felt like a heartbeat, each word a memory. The song he never truly learned, but somehow always knew. And in that very moment, across the sea of faces, one man froze. His hands trembled, his vision blurred. The sound of that song pulled him back through the years, back through pain and longing, back to a love that had never truly left him. Impossible, he whispered. Pushing through the crowd, his voice catches in his throat, as if afraid the moment might shatter like fragile glass. This was not just any song. This was his song. You see, many years ago, in a village by the great river. Idris was known not only as a gifted griot, a guardian of stories and songs, but also as a man deeply in love. Amina had been the jewel of that village, her laughter as bright as the morning sun, her presence as soothing as a cool evening breeze. They were inseparable, two souls woven together like the intricate patterns of a kente cloth. And when she became his wife, Idris did something he had never done before. He composed a song just for her. It was a song of love, of promises whispered beneath the mango trees, of dreams shared under the vast African sky. A song meant to be theirs forever. But fate had different plans. One fateful night, just before Zayn was born, war came to their village. Men were taken, some to fight, others to be lost to the darkness of forced servitude. And among them was Idris. The soldiers showed no mercy, no warning. One moment, he was cradling Amina in his arms, singing softly against her ear. And the next, he was gone, dragged into the night like a leaf caught in a raging river. For years, Amina waited. She carried his child, raising Zayn with nothing but the memory of the love she once knew. And every night she sang his song, praying that somehow, somewhere, he would hear it. But Idris never returned. The world Idris had known was swallowed by war. Taken as a prisoner, he was sent to distant lands, forced to serve kings who did not speak his language or sing for masters who did not understand his pain. But he never forgot Amina, never forgot the song he wrote for her. And in the quietest moments, when the stars aligned just right, he would hum the lullaby to himself, hoping that the wind would carry it home. Years passed. He escaped captivity, becoming a wandering musician, telling the stories of those who had lost their homes. But in all his travels, he never found the way back to his own. By the time he returned to the land of his birth, the village he once knew was gone. People had moved on. Amina was nowhere to be found. And so, believing she was lost to him forever, he wandered, a man without roots, a song without an ending, until tonight. His son, his own flesh and blood, was standing on that stage, singing the song he had written so long ago. The realization struck like lightning, sending tremors through his soul. He pushed through the crowd, his voice barely above a whisper. That song, that is my song. Backstage after the performance, Zayn turned as an old man approached, his weathered hands trembling. Where did you learn that song? Idris asked, his voice thick with emotion. Amina, now older but still radiant, stepped forward, tears brimming in her eyes. I kept it alive, she whispered. I never let him forget. And in that moment, under the warm glow of lanterns and the rhythm of distant drums, time stitched together what had once been torn apart. Idris embraced his son, his wife, his family. After decades of longing, the song had not just carried love, it had carried destiny itself, leading him home. Sometimes love is lost. Sometimes it is stolen by war, by fate, by time, or by forces beyond our control. But true love, real love, it never truly disappears. It always finds a way. It lingers in the melodies of the heart, in the songs we sing, in the stories we pass down, and in the echoes of those who came before us, waiting, waiting for the right moment to return home, back to where it belongs. Thank you for watching The Lost Lullaby. If this story touched your heart, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more powerful African tales. Until next time, may love's song always find you.